a lot of y'all are under a bad impression of what snitching really is. Snitching is when me and you go and do a crime and I tell on you, knowing what the consequences were beforehand when I was doing it. It's not snitching if me and you was walking down the street, we get in an argument and you decide that you're gonna pull out a gun and murder somebody. And I'm there with you. And then we go to the county jail, whatever, we get arrested. And instead of you saying he didn't know what was going on, you're like, I don't know nothing. But they know that you killed him. Got you on camera or whatever, you're not gonna beat the case. So now I'm sitting in prison because of something you did. So now I'm in a position where I either gotta tell on you because you won't tell on yourself to free me, knowing that you did some bullshit that got us both locked up. Or I gotta sit there and be real. That's gangster, like sitting in jail for something I didn't do because I was just with you and you did some sucker shit. Nah, bro, that's not snitching to me. I don't care. People see things from different philosophies. I done shot people, I done stabbed people, I've been shot, I've been stabbed, I've been in prison, gang banging, all this other shit. If you get in my car with a kilo in a book bag and you don't tell me that you got a kilo in a book bag and you put that shit in my backseat and we get pulled over, you better tell the police that's your motherfucking book bag. Because if we both go to the county jail together, you are going to tell those police that that shit was yours, or I'm going to stab you in the county. Like, we're going to have fucking beef. I'm going to come home and I'm going to clip your moms. Like, we are going to have beef, bro. Like, I know dudes that get in a car with a gun, don't tell nobody they got a gun, and then stash the gun under the car seat when nobody's looking and be riding around and the car gets pulled over, everybody get charged with a gun. What the fuck? Somebody tells on you, that's not snitching. Snitching is when I know what you doing, we know what we doing, we go into this knowing the consequences, and then somebody tells. Snitching is not some old lady across the street calling the police on you because you outside doing gang activity in front of her house. She's a civilian. There's laws and guidelines in our fucking country. The problem is you got too many civilians talking about gangster codes, snitching and this and that. Listen, the mailman telling on you for robbing his mail truck is not a snitch. The mailman is a civilian. You are a fucking criminal. There's rules and guidelines that things go by, and those rules and guidelines have been blurred. Dudes is out here shooting kids now. All types of shit. Shit that was off limits before. Nothing is off limits to these dudes. You got motherfuckers out here that's rapists that be chilling in gangs and chilling around, and people be respecting these dudes. Rapists. You got child molesters that are out here like, oh, I didn't know she was 13. You didn't know she was 13? You 25, my guy. Fuck from around me. Because somebody like that, I'm going to shoot the shit out them. It's not acceptable. You need to understand what gangster shit is by being a gangster before you start talking about gangster shit. And a lot of people who talk about gangster this and gangster, they never lived a gangster life. 6ix9ine is a snitch. 6ix9ine be talking a bunch of gangster shit, doing a bunch of gangster shit, and then when he got arrested, he started telling. That's a snitch. 6ix9ine is not a civilian. 6ix9ine is a fucking snitch. Megan Thee Stallion. You was just fist fighting a girl in the street. Those are not civilian activities. And then when you get shot, you tell the police who shot you. You can't have it both ways. Either you a civilian or you a gangster. It's one of the two. You got a lot of people that want to do civilian shit and then want to do gangster shit on the side. And then when some shit happens, you're like, well, I'm not a gangster. I'm not. Wasn't just selling drugs? You wasn't just out here carrying an illegal gun? You wasn't out here assaulting people in public? Because those are not civilian activities. My mother and my grandmother don't do those type of activities. My uncles and shit who ain't criminals and never been they don't do those type of activities. Regular people don't assault people in public. That is a gangster act. And then when something happened to you afterwards, don't call the cops. Because you out here doing gangster shit. You trying to act like a gangster. This is a daily reminder to drink your water for the day. Gallon of water a day, every day for me. Sometimes 2. It's 95 degrees outside New York today. Back to what I was saying. If you get a job, say you work for TSA, Homeland Security, you a security guard, whatever. Motherfucker come through and say, yo, I got 4 kilos in my suitcase. Now, you know he gonna get caught because there's other people working with you, right? Bro, you're going to jail. And the person that sends you to jail is not a snitch. You is doing some stupid shit. Why are you trying to bring drugs to the airport? And then when you get caught, You're going to get arrested and go to jail. So what's he supposed to do? Pretend like you didn't see you? There's 2 other people there. 3 other people there sometimes. There's cameras that all see you. He lets you go. He's going to jail with you. So he's supposed to let you go? So he can go to jail? He don't even know you, bro. He's not a snitch. He's doing his job. The police are not snitches. The police are doing their fucking job. They're out here. Their job is to arrest people for doing criminal activities. I don't have any problem with police. The police are out here to do something. If I do some criminal shit, it's going to happen. Now, at the end of the day, I got homies. Somebody jump one of my homies, we going to get it on. Somebody do something to one of my homies, I'm going to do something to you. And it's going to be illegal. And if somebody tells on me, or if I get caught doing it and I go to jail, they're not a snitch if they're not involved in this. Now, if the person who did the jumping or the shooting or the stabbing tells on me, they're a rat because you out here doing gangster activities. But if some random dude sees me on the street and tells, he's not a snitch. He's a civilian, a law-abiding citizen, and he's doing his job as an American law-abiding citizen, calling the fucking police, because this is what they do. He's not a gangster. And this is my problem with a lot of people that say defund the police. People say defund the police and get rid of guns. What are you going to do? You going to fight 10 gangsters with guns who come in your house and rob you? Well, how are you going to defend yourself? Like, these people make no logical sense. You want to defund the police because you don't understand how gangster shit works, but you want to talk about gangster shit. You want to talk about snitching and, oh, this is thugging and this is gangster and this. You don't know about none of that because you don't do none of that. Because you're not a gangster. If you doing criminal activity and you tell on somebody else doing criminal activity, you is a snitch. If you was a law-abiding citizen, you is not a snitch. You are exactly what I said you are, a law-abiding citizen. If you are doing your job, somebody tries to trap you up in some shit they doing, you is not a snitch. If somebody plants something on you, you is not a snitch. If somebody tries to do a crime and involve you with it when you were not involved in it, you is not a snitch. And this is the problem with society in general now. A lot of people involved in talking about things that they are not fucking involved in. If you're not a gangster, stop acting like one. Stop being out here sagging your pants, acting like you're gonna shoot some shit up, acting like you're some type of thug. You work at Walmart, my guy. Go stack them shelves and shut the fuck up. It's okay to be a civilian. I got a lot of homeboys that's civilians and they still tough. They'll still fight you, they'll still punch you in the face. They got legal guns and they'll shoot the shit out you. But they are not gangsters at all. And that's okay. It's okay to not be a gangster. I live my whole life as a gangster. I'm trying to be a law-abiding citizen. I'm not telling on nobody. Have no plans of telling on nobody. Somebody do some shit to me, that gangster shit gonna come back out. I mean, that's just me. But at the end of the day, the world is full of law-abiding citizens. The world ain't full of gangsters. So if you're gonna do crime and you get told on by a law-abiding citizen, it's part of the game. The cops come and arrest you, you go to jail, it's part of the game. Now, if somebody else doing some criminal shit and they tell on you for doing some criminal shit, then you know there's different rules there. I'm going to see you when I see you. You might meet whoever you worship. Things going to go down. But if you somebody moms and you see me shoot somebody, you call the police, it is what it is. You a law-abiding, you good. I ain't going to come home and shoot you. You good. You a law-abiding citizen. You doing what you're supposed to do. Protecting your community, your family, and the safety of where you live at. And I don't have a problem with that. Now, I was having a bunch of shootouts in Schenectady. Somebody called the feds on me. I deserved it. I was out there shooting shit up, chasing shit around. I was in my window with a sniper rifle, shooting at people outside the window. Called the feds to raid my house. It is what it is. I deserved that shit. I don't know who called the feds. It might have been other gang members. If it was them, they're rats all day, snitches. But if it's a law-abiding citizen that called them, I deserve that shit. I ain't gonna sit here and cap. But yeah, stop calling people snitches when you don't even know what the fuck that shit is. Stop talking gangster shit when you ain't no gangster. You a law-abiding citizen, be a law-abiding citizen, live your life. Do what you're supposed to do, follow the laws of the country, and be successful. You in America. There's tons and tons of opportunities where you can be successful. If you in Europe or somewhere else, same thing. If you in the Congo or Venezuela or Colombia or Brazil, God bless you. You're going to have to do what you got to do, but try to get up out of there.